Season 2 is coming to Call of Dragons for many servers, including myself, and today in this video I will be letting you know everything you must do before the season ends so that you do not waste any potential rewards, free speed ups, and more. Hey everyone, I'm Zoras Casuals. So we're going to be talking today about Season 2. As you can see, in 5 hours 46 minutes my server will be going into the new season, and the division that I'm in includes all of these servers. I am now on server 41 with my family of Alliance, and we will be mixed with a lot of these other servers. I don't know anyone on any of these servers, so we will discover some new friends. If you are in one of the servers, make sure to let me know in the comments below, as I would gladly like to know more of you guys. Now, there is a lot of stuff coming in the new season, including a new map, for which we have all the starting zones here, and we also have some new features. So of course with the new map comes kind of new mobs, which will be dwarven units. There will be some proving grounds, which will be some kind of like challenges that you'll be able to fight with your alliances for blessings and rewards. And there is a new story. So in this game, the story is actually one of the best features, as it is quite funny and in-depth. So I recommend that you guys pay attention to it the first time you do it, because it is one of the biggest part of this game. There's also some new behemoths, so Frost Giant and Frost Dragon, as well as some of the old behemoths that will be coming back with new affixes that will make them much harder and much different. For the rest, villages, there's nothing really new there. Protected passes, resource boom, higher star rating, all this stuff is pretty much the same, as it was the exact same from Season 1 to Season 1 Plus. And other than that, here we have all the overview that tells you basically that you have behemoths, passes, and then Frost Dragon, obviously PvP being what we will do most in this season. Now, for the purpose of this video, I want to talk about what's very important for you to do before. Now, one thing that you will be losing will be these basic CP recovery, as well as the other one, the 500 one. So these are one things that I would really suggest you spend as soon as you can, because they are scrapped after season ends, and this is a massive amount of resources and speed ups right now that if you are not using them, you are wasting. As you can see, I have used up everything that I had, so I have now 22,000 CP to spend before the season ends, because this technically will reset at the new season. So all of this will go to basically 0, or I should hope to 1800. Now I will be keeping a little bit over 1800 just to make sure that if it does keep itself, I will be making a video about that. But still, in any case, you should be spending it all right now at the end of your season, because you have access to so many level 24 and 25 monsters. So as you can see here, this is the kind of rewards you will be getting. So basically 50,000 of a resource plus a few minutes of speed ups. Obviously, you're doing this with 5 marches at a time, so you're getting 250,000 resources for every Darkling Patrol you kill. And sometimes you'll get extra stuff like stars. So very important that you must be spending your CP as soon as you can, because this is a lot of resource that you can bring with you in the next season, as well as speed ups. Now, as well as I said, the forts, also very useful. For a fort, you're going to get a good amount of resource, as well as 3Ds and speed ups. These are 5 minutes one, you get quite a few of them. 3Ds, you always get one, at least a few, 4 or 5 if you're lucky. And you know, some keys which also open into resource and speed ups. So forts and Darkling Patrols, as many as you can with every amount of CP that you have left. Click this button, click here. I don't have any more, I've used them all. Make sure you don't have any more either, otherwise you will be getting them wasted completely. Now, another thing that you must do before the season end is something that I have been procrastinating on quite a lot. If you come here, you will see obviously that you could visit the map before, which most people have done. Now in Season 1 Plus, a lot of these got reset. So as you can see, I've done a lot of them, but all of these supplies discovered, I haven't done them yet. So this will take me maybe half an hour of basic just mindless clicking. But as you can see, there is quite a lot of rewards to be had from this. It is not something to skip, because it's completely free and costs you absolutely nothing other than time, and it gives you a lot. So if you have not finished this, make sure to go and do it, because you will be wasting a lot of speed ups and resources otherwise. So click on this little thing and make sure you finish everything here, all the cave, the treasure maps, all that stuff. There is quite a lot of big rewards as well here with the treasure maps. So do not wait before you do this, because you will be wasting everything if you are not doing it before the season ends. Another thing that you can do before Season 2 ends will be Elixir Healing, obviously your elixir, as you can see here. I have currently 63,000 elixir to use, and I have about 400, maybe 400,000 elixirs worth here. I purchased a lot of these recently after the big fight we had, so I didn't have that much last week, but I got lucky in the merit store. But now I have all this elixir that's going to waste. Everything here is scrapped after the season ends. So one thing to remember is that your hospital will not get reset, it will not get healed. So if you have 400,000 troops in hospital, you must heal them before the season ends, or you will go into the new season with no policies for healing. It's going to be very slow and take you a very, very long time. So you must go into next season with an empty hospital. But you might as well fill it up and use all of your elixir before the season end to get free merit, which also will translate into quite a lot of good reward here, especially these regeneration potions, for example. These are great. Don't buy these at the end, it doesn't matter because they're gonna reset, but this doesn't get reset. Resources, stars, all this kind of stuff doesn't get reset. So if you can, go and fight in PvP against whoever you can, and then use as many of these elixirs as you have. Just make sure to not overfight and get your hospital full. Also, you can go with some of your alliance mates. They can leave the alliance and you can duel, things like that. Just make sure that if you can, use it, because it's a lot of free stuff that you can get from the merit store, and otherwise it is completely wasted if you don't. Now, the last thing I'll talk about, of course, as I said, the heroes level are going to get reset. So you're going to keep your skills, but you're going to need to unlock their levels, and then you will unlock the abilities and stuff like that as you reach these levels, because your stars are not going away. But one thing to know is that the talents are going to get fully reset. So your talent trees are going to be like at 0. So if you have a talent tree that you really like, for example, now this one's a bit of a mess, but if you did work a talent tree out during this season and you really want to keep it and you do not know what it is exactly you did, like let's say the next season starts, after a few weeks you get your hero level 40 or 50, and like, oh, where are my talent trees again? You won't have this saved up. So one thing to do here is you click this little arrow and you can preset one of these, meaning that you can save all the talent that you have into one of those presets, which, mine is currently here. You can create a new one, and then you literally just have to rename it. So like preset 1 for Lilia, and then you can, do your talent tree right now. And then as you see here, I can do it. And then basically eventually I will, be able to just move on from the other one, and it will be saved in here. So obviously you can switch to it, which will cost you a book. You don't have to switch, but you can save it and preset it here, so that when you leave and then you come back in a few weeks, you go here, oh, look, my preset is still here. So you have access to the tree that you've made in the past. So it's important if for you, it's something that you don't want to have to do every time and redo your talent trees and read everything because you don't remember. Just save them up here. You can do this for literally any hero, including gatherers if you'd like. And then you just have, a few presets. As you can tell, I have a few of those already that I've done because I've saved them as I've done them. But so it's something that can save you a lot of time and hustle in the next season, so you don't have to rethink about all of this over again. So that's about it for what you must do before the season, and make sure to use everything that expires basically. If you want a list of everything that expires, you can go into season here, and then you go to season overview, and it tells you everything that resets down here. So obviously it doesn't matter for the manuals, Arcane does, because you have nothing to do with them. It has no use. But CP items, you can get stuff out of there, and merit as well. So make sure to do that. The last thing you could do is the Dragon Trail. The Dragon Trail will also reset. So if there's some levels you haven't done in the Dragon Trail, you can get some extra speed ups and extra resources from there, but it's very minimal. Now, the last thing to talk about here will be the rewards. So of course, when the new season starts, we will get new rewards to choose from. So it is one thing that's very important, obviously, depending on your alliance. My alliance has a Flame Dragon and a Magma Demon, which means we get the highest amount of rewards. In the Anointed store, we will be able to buy some of these things. Now, I made an entire video about what rewards are best here, and I will probably make another one for season 2 if the demand is there, but I think it's pretty straightforward. If you are into these categories, this reward, the legendary hero token, as we had calculated, is by far the most amount of gem value in terms of what it gives you for the price. So you must always buy these tokens if you can, just basically meaning that this is worth something like 20,000 gems, while this is worth 10,000 gems, this is worth 8,000 gems, and these are worth even less. So in terms of what value it has, this is by far the best. So if you can, make sure to buy these guys, as they are the best rewards by far. Once it goes to the common, it will be a bit different, because this will be for the start of your new season, so you can boost yourself with prestige as well as CP recovery. I would really not spend it on mana, because it's completely useless since you can gather it. And obviously this is worth a legendary artifact. It's like drawing a legendary artifact in the store. It's by far the best value, so you must buy this for sure. And then you can decide whether you want to boost your prestige at the beginning to be strong, or if you want to get CP recovery to level up your heroes. I would say this is probably best for most players that are not wells. So spend everything here, and then the rest in these guys is what I would recommend myself. If you have any questions about Season 2, how to prepare, or anything like that, make sure to ask in the comments below. I will be happy to respond and help you. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.